What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In the last video we started on part 2 of the 2019 R1 build. If you haven't seen that video, I will leave the link in the description below. But today we will be starting on part 1 of the 2006 GSXR 1000. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Alright guys, so I've had this bike for about 3 to 4 weeks now, and I haven't actually had a chance to look at all of the damages, and that's just because I've been really busy. I do know that this cover over here is damaged and it will need to be replaced, but as far as how bad the damages are, I'm not quite sure. I will need to remove it to assess that. As well as the tank has a huge dent and a tear in it, so I will also need to replace that. But other than that, I don't know all of the damages that this bike may have, and I will need to remove the parts to have a look at that. So I want to start by removing all of the fairings as well as the tank and just general pieces, just so I can get a better assessment of all of the damages. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright guys, I just finished removing all of the fairings and the tank, and then I noticed that the headers are actually titanium, and that's a really nice feature to have. Although I'm not sure if these headers are stock or not, so if you guys can let me know in the comments down below, I would really appreciate that. But now I want to go ahead and remove the airbox and the throttle bodies and some of the other accessories like the rear sets, because this lever is bent and it actually snapped off over here. And then I also want to remove the passenger rear sets just because I want to remove them and I have no reason why. And then I want to move the bike outside and give it a nice detailed cleaning. So without further ado, Alright guys, so I've removed all of the parts that I wanted to remove, and then I covered all the holes to make sure that no water can go inside. So now I want to move the bike outside and give it a detailed cleaning that it deserves, because I just cannot work on a dirty motorcycle. So let's get this sucker outside and get her all cleaned up. Alright guys, so the GSXR is all cleaned up and it is looking a whole lot better. But now I want to remove this cover over here and see if there's any other damages behind this cover, just to make sure that the engine didn't take any damages before I continue working on this bike. As well as then I want to remove the headers on the 2019 R1 because they do have some dents in them, and I think I know a guy that can repair that. And then I can also send in all of the other parts that are damaged. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright guys, the headers on the R1 have been removed, as well as the cover on the GSXR, and luckily there is no engine damage, so that means I can just go ahead and put on a brand new cover. As well as I will be sending in these parts to have them repaired. I am not sure how long that will take, so while we wait for these parts, I will be starting on part 2 of the GSXR. But that is going to be a wrap for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and comment. You can also consider subscribing, as well as I do have a Patreon. If you want to support the channel, I will leave the link in the description below. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Garreth_Collins. As well as there is a Discord channel. If you guys want to join something like that, I will also leave the link in the description below. You will be seeing me in the next video, so until then, peace out.